This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the sports betting network. Mitch Moss along with Paulie Howard. We're live in downtown Las Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino. Busy program lined up today. Nick Bogdanovich coming up in 30 minutes. Long-time Vegas odds maker. We'll get his thoughts on conference title game weekend in college football. Paul Stone, his best bets coming up in 90. Derek Stevens, so much to get into with him, the owner, CEO of this great property, especially the Survivor Gobblegeddon that we had last weekend in the National Football League. We have plenty of college football on tap today as well. We'll have look-ahead numbers to week number 15 of the National Football League, our best bets, and we'll take you inside our pizzeria coming up a little bit later on as well. Paulie, last night, Patriots got it done. Good job by you. You were all over them yesterday. I like the Giants. I will say this, and look, I will preface this by telling you that I'm not whining. I'm not complaining. I'm about to lay out a couple of things that happened to go against the Giants in this game, and I still don't think they would have covered. The Kyle Williams touchdown was not a touchdown. How about Koo's divot kick that he had? I've never seen that. Nobody, I think, has ever seen that in the history of the league.
Yeah.
And then the helmet-to-helmet on the kickoff return. And then they go to the rules judge. I don't even know the guy's name. Is it Sterator?
No, not on ESPN. No, it was John Fellow.
Okay.
Yeah,
and he says that you can do that on a kickoff return to the returner. What are we doing here?
He's a runner.
He's a heat-seeking missile. The defender was there, blasts him right in the head. The guy's knocked out unconscious. Ball goes flying. But despite all that going against me, I still don't think the Giants were going to cover the game last night. And they had the ball down 30-15. And it was like, okay, if they score here, what are they going to do? Are they going to go for two? Because we just went through that whole thing with Philadelphia and Chicago on Black Friday.
They did the right thing. Greg Olsen nailed it. You need to know what you need at that point, because then if you wait and then you fail, you're still down two and there's no time and you lose. So that is, to back up a second, yes. That would be fascinating to watch, but horrible performance all around. Bad special teams. May was great, carved them up, no problem. Again, as I tweeted, Stevenson has pictures of Vrabel in compromising positions. I just can't understand it. Henderson gets a couple touches, has 60 yards. The other thing, I'm glad Dart said what he said after the game and not before, because he would have cost me big time. That there weren't the design runs there, but he's still taking off and going to run. This isn't soccer. And watch my tape going back to high school, I'm aggressive. So he's going to continue to run, but there wasn't design stuff that Daboll did, opposed to Kafka in there as well. Yeah. He cannot be plus 220 to an offensive rookie of the year. He's played 8 games. He's played well in 3 of them. Mm-hmm. This is outrageous, the odds for this guy to an offensive rookie of the year, and then he's ahead of Ibuka. That's ridiculous. They're going to win 2 or 3 games.
How would you make it then in that market? Would you have McMillan around even money where he is right now? Would you have Tyler Warren for the Colts a little bit shorter than what he is, around 6-1?
Yes. Henderson should be lower too. This is
well again.
If Henderson would get all the carries, he'd win this walking away.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing with Stevenson's, but in any event, it's going to be wild to see how this plays out. But Dart cannot win this award.
Paul, I think the number is absolutely laughable at this point.
Yeah, plus 220 in some spots. Come on.
So the best advice right now is to absolutely not bet that. At that number, no way you can bet Jackson Dart right now, based on exactly what Paulie just said. There's also this with the Patriots. May is now minus 150 to win the MVP. That's the highest number, or I guess the shortest number that I saw on him, odds on to win. Stafford is plus 120. This is going to flip, though, this week because they have a bye week, and Stafford's going to go scorched earth against a bad Arizona team.
Yeah, correct. This is bizarre what's going on here.
I think
that it also moved when Stafford, the guy was on a 28-to-rip touchdown INT ratio and set a record. Wins against current playoff teams. Stafford 6, May and the Patriots 2.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got the Seattle game coming up. He's got the Lions coming up. He should be the favorite. He should be at least $2, in my opinion, the year he's had and the resume that he's had. Now, do the Patriots go 15-2?
Maybe.
Matt Humans is right. That Buffalo game's going to be huge coming out of the bye. And they also go to Baltimore. But if Stafford can get to 13 wins with that resume and all those playoff teams that he's going against, and his incredible numbers, to me, he's got to win it.
Yeah. Again, still difficult teams coming up for the Rams as well, including that Thursday night game against the Seahawks. That might not go well for him in that game. It didn't the first time they played. He didn't do a lot.
But he moved, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's all
right.
about wins.
That's exactly. It is all about wins. So if you're like me, and I've talked about this since October, and our buddy Chris Massero put me on this, grab Drake May at 95-1 to win the MVP. I think if anybody wants to hedge on that ticket, now is the week to do it, because I believe, again, after week 14 is all said and done, Stafford's going to be odds on again, and then May is going to be plus money. And if you're ever going to hedge, I got to find a book that'll take a decent bet on that, because 95-1, that adds up quickly.
Yeah.
So if I want to get that on Stafford, I think this is the time to do it. Also, Vrabel's minus 250. I hope he gets dinged, by the way, in this market. And I'm saying that because I have Ben Johnson. Ding him, please, for not getting Henderson the ball more. That's a red flag. What are you doing here? He's clearly the best running back on the team.
I don't get it.
My God. They are 10-1 to win the Super Bowl, tied for the 5th lowest number with Philadelphia at DraftKings. They're the short shot at DK to win the AFC, and they're minus 110 to get the 1 seed, Paulie. I think about this for a second.
Yeah.
Patriots fans, I'm not going to be mean. I was about to be mean. I'm not going to take it back. I'm not going to be mean.
The run they had?
They had a 20-year run with Brady and Belichick. And then, they went into the tank for, 3 years? And now you are minus 110 to get the 1 seed, and you have the odds-on favorite to win the MVP? That's outrageous, man. But good for you. They absolutely drafted the right quarterback. It's working out anyway, results-based. I can say that at this point. Good pick with him a couple years ago.
Well, unfortunate, it was a blowout. Full marks. They were ready to go, looking forward to their bye. Vrabel's an excellent coach. Hello, Tennessee Titans. Hello, Atlanta Falcons. Why didn't you hire him? Good luck with Raheem Morris. Great job by New England. 1 seed right there. You ready for tonight? You ready to get pissed off? Huh?
No, you know what? I'm going to say it again, Paul. This is my PSA to everybody. If you want to have a healthier life and not have your heart rate get to 600 tonight, don't watch the show. But I know you said this last week. You love being miserable, so you're going to watch.
Get ticked off and get
yes, you're going to throw things at your house.
Sure, with the nonsense that they spew and what comes out of Booger McFarland's mouth. Absolutely. So we'll see what transpires tonight. Mitch agrees with Felica. Mitch and the Bear bet Miami to make it.
I did.
You think common sense is going to prevail?
I think at the end of the day, when it's all said and over with, they're going to have to come to their senses and say, this is going to set a bad precedent. And I know it's that brand name of Notre Dame, but they lost to Miami head-to-head, and there's no way we could justify having them, at the end of the season now. The whole thing's played out. Regular season and the title games. Miami with that head-to-head win has to be in ahead of Notre Dame. I took plus 550 today.
Wow. All right. I hope you're right.
They did that, for the record, they did it back in 20. Now, these are not the same kind of brand name schools here, but in 2014, TCU was ranked 3rd with a head-to-head loss to Baylor going into the final rankings in the final weekend. And TCU won their game 55-3. And not only did they drop them out of the top 4 and put Ohio State in, they dropped them behind Baylor. And it's now a new committee. This is a new format that we're talking about. But also, Alabama announced that they are changing. They actually got out of a non-conference game with, I believe, South Florida. And Kirk Herbstreit tweeted out and said, this is what's going to happen to schedules moving forward. It is. And if I fully believe, and I've said that many times already this year on the show.
Interesting.
And if they leave Miami out with a head-to-head win against Notre Dame, I think that every school should, not that they will, but should say, I'm not going to play anybody other than Cupcakes ever again. Because it doesn't, clearly, this is now on the record. Here's the proof. It does us no good.
Yep. I hope that wins the day. Another positive that can come out of this, I am open, and I have no problem if the committee just picks conference champions based on these bozos and how there's a 5-way tie for second in the ACC.
Yeah.
They never thought to think of, let's just use the highest ranked team to get in.
Right.
And how Duke gets in here with 5 losses. Come on, it's common sense.
I think the AAC did, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
And NC State beat Virginia, but it wasn't a conference game. That's another reason Virginia's in. So this is just stupid.
God.
Chris Vanini. This isn't a Miami thing. Virginia didn't play Miami, Pitt, SMU, or Georgia Tech. The draw of your conference schedule has too big of an impact on the standings because they're too big. We don't know the best teams in a league anymore.
Right,
that's exactly right. How didn't they see this coming? 16, 17, 18 teams in a conference. And how you got a 5-way tie for second, and Miami isn't in your conference title game. Take over and just say, do what the Big Ten did during the COVID year. See, Miami's in. They're playing Saturday.
Yeah, right. I mean, think about that. The people in charge of the people who have the say and the layout, and they come up with the rules of the conferences, and they're in charge of this stuff. They never thought of the ACC. They never thought to put that in the rule book, where the team with the highest ranking per the committee should be a tiebreaker. Hence, Miami would actually be in the title game. They never thought about that.
No. When conference realignment happened and you got away from divisions, you had to have better tiebreakers in place because this is going to happen every year with 3, 4, 5-way ties. Come on, guys.
There's also a scenario, though, where the Miami thing, they could get left out over Notre Dame, and there's going to be an outrage across the country. But also, both teams could still miss, and I could lose the bet.
Yeah.
That can happen.
Yes, BYU beats Texas Tech.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. The only way to bet the Notre Dame is to know.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm with you on that. But this is just...
But we can get 2 group of 5 teams in.
Yes.
There's that possibility.
Yeah.
And Duke is now, you saw 40 to 1.
40.
They're down to
Offshore.
14 to 1 now at a lot of spots.
Well, that is just tinfoil hat guy. If Duke is ranked tonight, give me a break. If they suddenly appear in the top 25.
Actually, if they are ranked tonight, would you bet them at 14 to 1 to make the playoff?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It also depends where James Madison is, but you're going to have
true.
James Madison's going to be 11-1, and you're going to have all of a sudden a 5-loss team show up. So they could get in if they win? Come on.
Yeah, we'll continue talking about this sport coming up next. Strong sound bites from a couple of head coaches, Steve Sarkisian, Dan Mullen out here. Great points that they brought up regarding the current landscape of college football. You hear it next.
If you're serious about football betting, VSiN's got your weekend game plan. Fridays at 7 p.m., it's the Circa Friday Football Invitational. Saturday morning, VSiN's college football tailgate show at 9 a.m., breaking down matchups, props, and big-time bets. Later that night, join the football contest show as the sharpest betting minds give you their picks for Sunday's game. And Sunday at 9 a.m., lock in with Mitch and Paulie on VSiN's Pro Football Tailgate Show. Your final stop before kickoff. Check out the full lineup at VSiN.com and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
This is VSiN, a network of sports betting analysts, writers, hosts, and handicappers, all here to help you become a more confident bettor. We broadcast live every day from Las Vegas, the sports betting capital of the world, and from studios across the country, giving you insight from every angle of the action. Take VSiN with you wherever you go with the VSiN Watch app, or catch us on streaming platforms and regional sports networks. You can also listen live on SiriusXM Channel 158 and on radio stations nationwide. Check out VSiN.com as well for betting tools, exclusive betting splits, AI-powered player prop projections from Opta, pro picks for every game, plus in-depth betting guides and articles built to give you an edge. From sharp betting analysis and daily best bets to insider interviews and expert breakdowns, VSiN is your trusted source for everything happening in the world of sports betting. See everything we have to offer at VSiN.com and become part of the Sports Betting Network.
On the next A Numbers Game, a little bit of something for everything with a big emphasis on the National Football League. Warren Sharp, his Week 14 angles that are always unique to him. Toddy Wishnev on in-game betting, not only the NFL, but college basketball as well, and college football. Nick Whalen on Week 14 in the NFL, all his best bets. Greg Peterson on college hoops, and Will Hill bets across the sports betting landscape, whatever he's got, including his OKC love. It's A Numbers Game, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, right here at VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
We continue with a little college football now. I'm intrigued by how much longer we're going to get these conference title games. It's probably going to continue. That's a huge mistake, but they're never going to probably turn down that much money that they can make this upcoming weekend. But they're now irrelevant.
Yes.
Again, the super conferences and going to 12 teams don't need them. Unnecessary. Why play them?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see a team eventually say that made it go, we're going to punt on the game.
Yes. Like Texas Tech.
Sure.
Texas
put
Tech
somebody else in. Right. Don't need it. Right?
I know. I already beat them. What's the point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's good.
So, to confirm, the American Conference's first tiebreaker after head-to-head is the college football playoff ranking.
Yes.
You can put that in.
Yeah. That also goes back to how ridiculous this Notre Dame-Miami thing is. I mean, every tiebreaker you look at first head-to-head. How do you get in? Who's better?
Yep.
Oh, head-to-head. Okay. But here it's now Notre Dame's better, even though they lost. But that's how it should be. And again, shame on the ACC. And a day late and $1 short for the Miami AD to said, we think we screwed this up. This should be in place. That it's just embarrassing. You got a 5-loss team that's playing Saturday night.
Right. Now I go back to the first show that the committee did this year when you lost your mind and Miami was 18th and Notre Dame was 10th.
Yes, the timing there was huge. It was one thing for Miami to lose in overtime in a game they should have won, but it coincided with the release of the first week of the rankings.
Mm-hmm.
That killed them. It's one thing to lose, but they lost right when the rankings came out, so people were down on them. And that was Notre Dame 10 and Miami 18, which I said, that's a joke. How can that be?
So did you think there's a chance the committee did that on purpose to get people riled up, to make people tune in every single week, knowing all along that if it plays out and both teams win out, they're going to correct it at some point at the end of the year and put Miami and do the right thing because they have that head-to-head over Notre Dame in, and they want people to watch again, it's a TV show. These numbers don't mean anything, really.
Right. I don't understand why we're disrespecting the Miami brand and the powerhouse that Miami is.
Right.
And the fact that, go back the last 2 years, they've lost 4 games. They've all been by 6 points or fewer. And I know you could say they didn't deserve to be in last year. They had a horrible defense. They got a top 5 defense. They're getting better. They're improved. They're up. They're blowing people out. The defense is nasty, and the star wide receiver is awesome as well. Mm. They just had 2 fluke losses. But if you want to say, I'm going to come over the top and put Notre Dame in, you better have an incredible resume with some stacked wins, and they have won. They beat USC at home. That's it. Mm-hmm. But I hope you're right, but I don't think that's going to be because brand name bias is going to carry the day. And the fact that it's Notre Dame, and if it was another team, we wouldn't be talking about this, and it wouldn't be under consideration. So I hope you're right, but they're just going to make this up and totally say, even though I can't believe they're going to do this, even though they played and Notre Dame lost, and their resume sucks, and Miami has a better resume, and they're better against common opponents, we think Notre Dame is the better team.
Right. So I'm betting Miami here plus 550 for various reasons. One of which would be, again, coming to their senses, if that actually is a possibility here with the committee, and it's a clown show every week, and it has been every single year. And they realize, though, long-term, it would be more meaningful to put Miami in than short-term going with brand name with Notre Dame. Because what I said, Miami would be Exhibit A.
Right.
They would be able to point and just scream it to other teams. We're never playing another good non-conference team ever again, and you shouldn't either, because if you win, what does it mean at the end of the year? Nothing. And if you're in line with the same team that you beat to make the playoffs, the committee might say, no, we're going to take the team that lost to you because they have more impressive losses, which is just the most insane thing you're ever going to hear.
Good timing today. Good timing today with Alabama.
Yes.
Herb Street losing his mind, and then also what Sark did over the weekend.
So
Sark was working it hard.
Right. And I mean, should Texas be in the playoff? A lot of people would say yes, based on how many good wins they have. They're also 9-3. But this is his biggest point, though, right? Here's Steve Sarkisian talking about, well, why did we play Ohio State then?
I think we have the number 5 ranked toughest schedule in the country. We've played the number 1, the number 3, and number 4 ranked teams in the country. Okay, we went on the road to Ohio State in week 1 and lost to them on a 1-score game, and we have the ball at the end of the game. We outgained them by nearly 200 yards, and no one else has been close to a 1-score game against them. But I think more importantly, it's the message that what do we want to send to the head coaches and the athletic directors around the country? Do you want us not to schedule Ohio State? Because if we're a 10-2 team right now, this isn't a discussion.
Well,
if they played Akron instead of Ohio State, are they in the playoff?
It's a good question.
My comeback would also be don't lose to Florida.
That's the number one comeback. For sure.
Yes.
A bad Florida team this year.
Yes.
You have that. You're right. You can control your own destiny, you would think, anyway, with a win there.
Also, don't be inconsistent. Don't get outplayed by Kentucky and Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be at your best week in, week out. You can't just say, well, I was awesome this week. I took a week off. But he does make a point about it. But they're better off playing Akron than the Buckeyes.
Sure. And so, again, that kind of ties into why I'm betting Miami to get in. There's one head coach from, you want to talk about brand name, well, Texas. They're not exactly like Alabama. They're not Notre Dame, but they're pretty damn close to those teams, and they were preseason number one, and that's a lot of power coming from their head guy like that. And if you have more coaches like that, again, that has to get the committee's attention, in my opinion. And so why Miami is worth a bet today, and he is spot on. Like if you were like compare that team to a 10-2 team that played nobody, who would you rather have in? Like that's going to be a debate where I think the team that decides to play everybody, and I'm talking again long term, like over the next 10 years, let's say, I would look at the team that decides to go out and play teams even if they lose over a team with one fewer loss and they played nobody. That would win out at the end of the day, more times than not, but not this year.
Another good point is we can't have Miami in the playoff last year. Their defense is so bad. Why are we going to let Oklahoma in with that atrocious offense? That's another
take, absolutely.
Too. I mean, they are god-awful on offense.
Yeah.
They needed blown coverages to beat LSU.
They put up like 220 yards every game, the way it seems. At the end of the day, Oklahoma did nothing to get on offense, but they won the game.
So you did that, and as I said yesterday, in case you missed it, I laid $1.30 over the weekend on Virginia money line because, again, there's so much money involved here, and it's an embarrassment if Duke wins with 5 losses, and that means the ACC would get shut out if Virginia loses. It's in the best interest of the conference for Virginia to win, because if Virginia loses, then you're looking at maybe a James Madison, Texas A&M first-round game and a North Texas, North Texas Ole Miss game or something like that. And the TV execs can't be happy about that one.
Well, how about if Duke wins and the committee says, well, hold on, we can't put them in. Numbers aren't good enough, but we can't leave the ACC out. And that would actually help out my Miami bet then. Because they don't want that conference to be ignored.
This is also, what a bizarre year. The fact that ACC could get 0, Big 12 gets 1. How many times is this going to happen?
Vanderbilt goes 10-2 with good wins and can't make it?
Right, the Texas scenario, right. But also it goes back to what if this happens? What if Duke wins and you're looking at a year where it's North Texas or Tulane, James Madison, Notre Dame, and 1 from the Big 12 and 0 from the ACC.
I know. Yep.
And the whole Vandy thing, too.
Yep.
Vandy's never going to have a better... Old Miss will never do this again. Vandy will never do this again. And Vandy can't even sniff it.
Yeah, here's another soundbite from current UNLV head coach. Of course, he was at Florida, among other spots as well. Dan Mullen basically saying, you know what? Let's start over from scratch.
I mean, that's a tough situation. Lane's put in right there, right? I lived it. I was at Utah. First team to bust the BCS. We're going to play what would now be a college football playoff game. All these coaches, they're saying, I'm staying. They're not. They're gone. They're mentally checked out, gone. Even as an assistant coach, I went back in 2008, called the national championship game for Florida. Said, hey, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., I'm the offensive coordinator at Florida, and 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., I'm the head coach at Mississippi State. I mean, you want the best idea? Blow it up and start from scratch. You know what? It's a shame you're going to lose a lot of things that are great in college football, but you already have. Oh, what about the tradition? Oh, what about this rivalry game? I mean, I don't know that Oregon, Rutgers, is that like a big game? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great.
There you go.
They got to change the calendar. Absolutely.
Yep.
Stanford Steve will great on this tomorrow. He played, and you got it. This calendar's ridiculous. Tomorrow is signing day, and then the portal's open January.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some positives, though. The number one quarterback in the country is going to Vandy. I mean, imagine that.
He flipped from Georgia.
He flipped from Georgia. So you got Perry.
This Black Friday, VSiN's hooking you up with our biggest deal of the year. Just $60 for full VSiN Pro access through May 1st. That's 6 months of nonstop action from the heart of the NFL season and college bowl games through the Super Bowl, March Mania, the Masters, and the NBA playoffs. Get every VSiN Pro article, betting tool, AI projection, and expert pick, all for just $60. Don't wait. This offer's only for a limited time. Head to VSiN.com/subscribe and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
Elevate your sports betting game with VSiN's exclusive betting splits. Stay ahead with real-time market trends and track bet percentages on any matchup. Then uncover the edge by comparing them to the amount of bets placed to find out where the sharp money is headed. Upgrade to VSiN Pro to access betting splits, live odds, line moves, power ratings, and in-depth game analysis. Go to VSiN.com/pro to join VSiN, the sports betting network.
This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Right now, the best time of the year for bettors in the all-new Boomer Sportsbook, bringing you the action, football, hockey, basketball, and more. Use code VSiN250 when you sign up for a Boomers mobile account, and they'll match your first deposit up to $250 in bonus bets. $5 juice on all the NFL games. Download the Boomers Sportsbook app today. Learn more at betwithboomer.com. Got to be 21, betwithboomer.com. And the man who runs it is Nick Bogdanovich, our old friend. He joins us now on the Progressive guest line. Did you survive Saturday? How bad was it with all the teams that needed to win in college football? Not only did they win, they covered.
Yeah, Saturday was, it looked like a player's day, but we somehow survived. So I think the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday can be an incredible run. You can blow a lot of money or make a lot of money. I would call it a wash. But yeah, no, those are my favorite 4 days of the year, other than obviously the first week of March Madness. Nothing tops that.
We've lived here 26 years. What was the year where like favorites went 21-2 ATS in college during that stretch? You remember the year?
I don't. It was in the 90s somehow, but I know I ended up in the emergency room that after 4 days. That was a beating of all beatings. That was like Soprano type beatings.
Oh.
Where did you guys open up the Mountain West title game, UNLV taking on Boise? I know that there was one book that opened up UNLV nationally, a 1.5-point favorite, Nick.
I don't blame them. We opened Boise 3 and I went to 4. I hate to put the jinx on it, but I really like the Rebels in this game. I really do. I don't have many plays for the 8 games or whatever there are this week, but definitely on the Rebels this week. I think this is, they finally got their defense straightened out. I'm not saying they're the 85 Bears by no means defensively, but, when they first took over, they got their coordinator at the very end, and they absolutely stunk for the first 5 or 6 weeks. Now they're at least respectable. And their offense is playing really, really well. They owe them one. They owe them more than one. They've been up there already. They're used to that turf. They'll be used to the crowd. I just think it sets up good for them. I really like the Rebels in this game. I know Boise's getting their quarterback back, but he's no great shakes to begin with.
Very good. I missed this last week. How about James Madison taking money and looking to run the score up against Troy, 23.5?
Yeah, that one kept going up. I remember they were laying 21 like it was going out of style, and it just went to 24. And J-Matt's just an incredible story. It really is. I mean, the coach leaves and they don't miss a beat. They just keep on rolling. The Rebel quarterback took all the money back there, and he can't get on the field. So that tells you how talented they are.
Excellent. Texas Tech is 11-1 ATS. How about Tech in the rematch, laying 12.5 against BYU?
I'm sort of rooting for Texas Tech to win it all, just so a team that hasn't won it in so long or ever wins one. I'm tired of Ohio State and Alabama, Georgia. I'd like to see some new blood win it. And of the new bloods, them in Indiana obviously got a big chance to do it. So I wouldn't mind seeing Texas Tech. The coach's story is incredible. It would be a nice story. I'd love to see it. But, yeah, I don't think BYU – I'm a big BYU fan, but I just think they're a poor man's Texas Tech. They're both really good defensively, but Texas Tech's defense is better. And BYU's okay offensively. I mean, they got the stud running back, but Texas Tech's offense is a little better. I think Texas Tech is slightly a little better coached, but hats off to BYU. They had an amazing, amazing year.
Hey, Nick, what do you think about Kennesaw, by the way? They're playing on Friday. That's 7 o'clock Eastern time. They take on Jacksonville State, and they were an absolute bomb to win this conference preseason, at least 100-1, and now they're a 2.5-point favorite in this game coming up on Friday night.
Yeah, they drew money. We opened the other side 1, and they blew to Kennesaw 2.5. So I got no real opinion on the game. I made a dead pick 'em, but the sharp money is definitely all on Kennesaw. It would be a good story. I hope there's some people out there with 100-1 tickets. I'd love to hear about that.
What do you do with Ole Miss's power rating now that Kiffin has left?
I didn't do anything with it. I should raise it because what an a-hole he is. It's one thing. If you want to go, that's fine. Take the money, run, do whatever you got to do. But don't tell them you want to coach these kids when you're saying, I'm out of here. I'm going to LSU because I can win a national championship at LSU and I can't at Ole Miss. So I'm glad the AD told him to hit the road. I know some of the kids might have wanted him to play, but those guys are vagabonds anyway. come and go. You hardly ever see anyone who stays all 4 years anymore. So I'm glad he didn't get a coach, and I'm glad the story's over with. He was nauseating me.
Totally agree. So is there a reason why you didn't downgrade maybe Ole Miss? He is the head coach, obviously, and the play caller. Is it because now we're at the end of the season?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the defensive coordinator, he's going to get the job. Even though he called all the plays, there's still an offensive coordinator. There'll be some cohesion. And it's 13 games into the season. These kids are, I think the kids will be more than ever excited. I mean, you can only get so excited to play in the playoffs. You can only try so hard and be so up. So I think Ole Miss will be fine. And I love Chambliss. I think he can make enough plays to. They'll be a tough out.
The OC will coach. That's the good news they got today that came out. How did you lose in the NFL? How'd they beat you up Sunday?
I try to forget about it, but what was the big game on that we lost? The late Sunday, just the Sunday, the 3 Sunday afternoon games. The Buffalo, the Chargers, and the other favorite that rolled by 1,000, Seattle. Yeah. That's what did it. I mean, the morning was okay, but I mean, the bang, bang, bang in the afternoon was no good.
Okay. A couple more I want to throw at you in college football. How about this Ohio State-Indiana number now? That was as high as 6. And I know that you guys have it 4.5 right now. There's actually a 4 in the market on Ohio State. How about this money on Indiana?
Yeah, I can see it. I don't know what you give them for home at Indy. If you give them anything, maybe a half. I would like to see a venue with more Hoosier fans than Buckeye fans, but that's probably impossible. But man, oh man, yeah, you look at Indiana. I think that Indiana catches a break that Ohio State is coming off of a Michigan game. I mean, so physical, so draining. It's got to just take a touch out of you. I mean, in Indiana had obviously Purdue, which you and 9 guys sitting in the Circus Sportsbook could beat Purdue. So it was just a little scrimmage. But, yeah, I really think that's a big factor, them coming off of a Michigan. And Indiana's not afraid of them. They got a quarterback that can make plays. They just you look at Indiana's games, it's amazing. I mean, I can understand why there was money for the Hoosiers.
Did you make the Georgia-Alabama number pretty much where it is right now at 2.5 in favor of the Bulldogs? This is a rematch from a regular season game that Alabama won, by the way, in Athens, 24-21. Bama scored all 24 points in the first half. They were shut out in the second half, Nick.
Yeah, I made a dead pick. But I've been horrible with Georgia all year. I've struggled with them. To me, they don't look as good as past Georgia teams. They just don't. The eye test. Maybe they are because they're in the SEC championship game, so obviously they're good. And I don't even know what to make of Stockton. I guess he's good, but I don't know. I've had a tough time getting the handle on Georgia all year long. But the number I made on the game was picked, but I don't even know if I'd be interested in Alabama 3. I don't have a feel for Georgia whatsoever.
Okay, very good. Nick, as always, thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it. Have a good week.
Guys, it's great seeing you again.
Back at you.
You're a man.
Nick Bogdanovich, sports betting Hall of Famer and a longtime Vegas odds maker, now at Boomer Sportsbook here in town.
BetWithBoomer.com, code VSiN250. They'll match your first deposit up to $250 in bonus bets. $5 juice on the NFL games. BetWithBoomer.com.
Did you bet that game yet, Georgia-Bama?
Nah, no opinion.
I got Georgia money line in that one. How about that, by the way? Nick with his favorite game is UNLV plus the points. Boise went off as a double-digit favorite when they played this year, and they killed them.
I know. And it never goes well for them there either.
No.
Yeah.
It does not.
They have had their number.
But also...
But that's true. It's what you said. I mean, they're laying 14 in the first game and pound them, and now they got the rematch at home, and they're only 4, but the quarterback's back still.
Yeah, that's right. But I also think that Boise's just not that great.
Well, they had a disappointing year.
They really did. And maybe maybe he's on something, or maybe UNLV's defense figured it out in the last couple of weeks. It's also Boise now that they're going against, so I don't know. Any interest in taking the 4 there?
No.
I can't do it.
No. And the Big Ten game's tough, too. That's a tough handicap. I said maybe under in that game, but I think that could decide the Heisman. If someone goes, what if it's an ugly game? Pavia can do this.
I got this note from an offshore book. After a flurry of wagering during the past 24 hours, they moved Pavia to a plus 150 short shot on the board to win it. I would guess that if either Mendoza or Sane, if they're absolutely lights out in the game,
yes, there it is.
They're probably going to be the winner. But what if it's a low-scoring game and neither guy does much?
Yeah.
Doesn't Pavi have an incredible case?
Got a good case.
Yeah.
The love stuff stopped, thank God.
Yeah, well, had to after that game.
Yeah.
Win-lose up next, and I'm going to throw some Super Bowl exactas at Paulie with some huge numbers to see what he thinks coming up here on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
VSiN's player prop projection tool is now available for the NBA. Get projections for points, assists, rebounds, and more powered by Opta AI. On VSiN.com/NBA props, we line up our projections against the latest DraftKings odds so you can quickly spot mismatches and find value before the market adjusts. The NBA player prop projections tool is available exclusively to VSiN Pro subscribers. Check it out now at VSiN.com/NBA props and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
Check out Stormy and JBT on Money Moves, only on VSiN.
And maybe that's why they wouldn't, because they're the Giants and they don't do things that make sense.
Out of all these divisions, this is the one that I am the most curious about because I do think there are positive signs for the Bears.
They'll take you on a fun, fast-paced journey, weaving in everything you need to know to make an educated bet, while also not shying away from the excitement of a same-game parlay sweat. Money Moves, weekdays at 2 p.m. Eastern on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Win Some, Lose Some is sponsored by the Sharp Plays.
Were you a winner last night?
Wow, winning.
Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser!
Paulie Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
Oh, boy. Out of all the games, Kramer wasn't on special teams touchdown first of the game. It was a banger. 70-1 in some spots. Marcus Jones was part of the field here at Circa, 20-1. Incredible. We started off with a bang in that one. I'm so sick of these kickers who can't make a tackle. Are you a football player or not?
Remember the BYU kicker a couple years ago?
I don't recall.
Oh, my God. He was like 250 pounds. He was Ray Lewis out there.
Was he? Yeah.
Oh, he would attack people.
Knock him out of bounds. But incredible how dangerous Jones is. So 70-1, first touchdown, special teams.
How pissed off do you think Ryan Kramer was last night?
Yeah, sure. That got him all. That's all Kramer right there. He's all over that every week, except this one. Defensive special teams touchdown plus 260. Successful 2-point conversion plus 280. Scoreless quarter 3-1. Booty anytime plus 250. Kyle Williams anytime 14-1.
Wow.
Had it all last night. Good stuff. Wizards plus 360 on the money line. Oh boy.
That's a really bad loss for the Milwaukee Bucks.
What do you think, Giannis? Clock's ticking, my friend. You're not even in the play-in as of right now. And the Mavs 4-1. Huge win last night. And the Suns from 10 down to 5.5. I don't know what was going on there.
Well, back-to-back for the Lakers, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, but guys played.
I know they did.
I don't understand the move, but they killed them. It was right.
I watched a lot of the game. The Suns absolutely destroyed them.
They did. Second half took them apart. Subscribe, be part of the team, VSiN.com, our radio and podcast friends. You always want to see these tweets and videos at Paulie Does Vegas on Instagram. You guys are awesome. Keep sending them in. We'll put you on. This is where, you turn your head. You might have a problem, but this is the Bulldog with the front porch here, and he's just trying to get up, the food on the counter. Just trying to... I can't do it. Can't do it. And he gives up. I'm so close. I'm so close to Christmas.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, but he can't get up there on the counter and grab the food. Jordan, my buddy, will. I don't know how he does it, but he's just the guy can't reach there. That's incredible. And how about this other Bulldog here? This is awesome. So you got the recliner, right? He can jump up on the couch, no problem. It's easy. So he wants to sit next to him. Pat, hey, come on up, buddy. Sit next to your dad. Come on, let's watch TV. Trying. Can you recline, please? Can I get a little boost? A little lazy here. As the wife puts on the description, yeah, he can make it no problem. You got okay, little help. He doesn't go up on the couch until he reclines, and then he gets. That's great. Sitting in. All right, let's watch the football game. Piece of cake. Another big fella too.
I love Bulldogs. We were close to getting one many years ago. The problem is like the short lifespan.
I don't think the weather out here is good for him either.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I want to have a dog for 14 years, 15 years.
Okay, well said. Yep.
My buddy loves Great Danes, and he was like 7, 8 years old. That would be crushing to me.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Interesting. This is awesome with the donkey. The donkey comes in on the side, and he boxes out the cows. Well, watch what he does. I want to get something to eat. I'm hungry. I'm outnumbered. Oh, he starts kicking them. He kicks the cows out to get something to eat. And then they all back up, and he's got all the food to himself. Look how small he is. Dynamite comes in small packages. That is great.
It's like the end of the movie Young Guns.
Yeah.
It's 100 against 5. Kind of like my odds.
Yes. Yeah. It's like Love My Baxter. It's 2 against 200.
Right.
They could kill me at any point. Lose some. Cincinnati 18 up to 24. No good in college basketball. NBA Pacers from 8 down to 4.5. Throttled. Bucks under 237 down to 232. Couldn't get a stop. No good. The Magic from 5 up to 9.5. Lucky to win the game. For the line move, Sharp Place is already there. They don't just follow the market. They help move it. Jeff and the crew been with Follow the Money since day one. The Mr. Poison tweets and shirts. We love them. They do a great job. Documented results, public logs, transparent receipts. Look for the Mr. Poison tweets as well on Sundays and all the great info covering all the sports. Maybe he had info today on all the soccer. How about Man City winning a league game 5-4, almost blowing a 4-goal lead? Sharpplays.com. Stay ahead of the line. All right, hit me.
Okay. Pretty sure like the AFC and NFC playoffs are going to be wide open. Could get a lot of bedlam here. How about some Super Bowl exactas? And you can tell me like if you like the matchup or you like the number. And I'll start at the very top now. It's 15-1 at DK. It's the short shot on the board. It would be Rams-Patriots, part 3.
Yeah.
That was for the exacta, just to meet, was at least double, I think, a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was 60-1. So 4 times where it is right now, not that long ago.
Like that angle, a lot of people are pointing out, let's do 1985 all over again with Patriots-Bears.
Patriots-Bears?
I mean, these pay big time.
Right.
Big time exactas. And it's wild that we're in a situation where, again, the current 1 seed in the NFC has the 14th best odds to win the Super Bowl.
That's right. Now, I'm not going to run down like every single team and every possible matchup, try to be a little bit unique here with the matchups. But you mentioned the Bears. Bears-Bills? We've talked the last couple of years, like Lions-Bills the world would shut down.
We had it, yes. We had it. We were so
It was almost right here in Las Vegas.
Huh?
But Bears-Bills just to meet 80-1?
No, thank you.
Do you like that potential matchup?
No, I do not. No.
Why not?
No. I don't like the Bills, and I think the Bears a lot of this is luck.
I would take Chicago because of the fan base.
I would take it. Yes, I know, but you're asking me is going to happen. And I'm still not there with the passing attack. Either is Ben Johnson. And this defense, you can move the ball on this defense. Are they going to get 2-3 turnovers every game? But it is. I think you can see a monster ticket cash, though, because of who the 1 and 2 seeds could be in each conference.
That's exactly right.
Philly could still be the 1 or the 2, and they're a mess on offense, and they don't get along. Denver could be the 1, the Patriots could be the 2, or Denver's the 2. You know, Bo Nix is not going to put together 3 games in a row. He's too erratic. It's not going to happen. It's in spite of how great their defense is.
Okay, so Broncos Packers, 25-1.
They play coming up.
Yeah, they do.
No, not enough.
Okay, and you wouldn't like the matchup either. I think that's a pretty good Super Bowl.
That's a good matchup.
That's a pretty good Super Bowl.
That's not bad.
Ravens Seahawks or Chiefs Seahawks, 50-1.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
I want nothing to do with the Chiefs.
Yeah, but if the Chiefs or the Ravens, if either one of them make the playoffs,
yes,
like that's clearly they could come out of that conference, and then the Seahawks.
I would rather have Kansas City than Buffalo because of the defense. I don't trust the Bills at all.
Okay, I agree, but also the Chiefs might miss.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. I'm saying if they get in and run the table, right?
I'm just going to throw this at you. I know you're going to give me the Mutombo. Get that crap out of here. But what if we got Eagles-Chiefs again, 3rd time in 4 years? That's 60-1.
Oh, boy.
I might have to put a little pizza money on that just in case we get it, and I want to puke.
Oh, America would be. They'd be livid.
Lowest rated Super Bowl in many years.
Oh.
How about Texans-Cowboys? It's available.
I love it. How big?
400-1.
Love it.
I don't think it's that bonkers.
No, it's not.
And give me that game right now.
Yes.
I'm on board for an all-Texas Super Bowl, man. I just think that would be sexy as hell. And I honestly think if both teams make it to the playoffs, I think they're live.
Mm-hmm.
This year is, again, I don't know, Potato Commish out here in Circa Millions was having an all-time year in a contest, right, hitting almost 80%. Had his first bad week of the entire year. I can't tell you how impressive that is because these teams, you don't know what you're going to get for the most part on a week-to-week basis. And this is, okay, you can't poo-poo this one because it is possible. Panthers, Jaguars is 900-1.
Oh, wow.
Both teams could still win their divisions.
Yeah.
You imagine it would open up and somehow it would be, first of all, when those two teams came into the league, in their second year, both teams made the title game.
Yeah. It's a horrible job by the league. They gave them everything but the kitchen sink.
That's right.
This is, we've on a great run here. A great run with good matchups or at least compelling teams. I know what happened to Detroit was unfortunate, but we haven't had like these dog teams sneak in or crazy upsets going back for a while. But this thing's wide open.
I think so.
Who knows? Maybe it's just going to be Rams Patriots or Rams Broncos, and there's no upsets.
Well, but yeah, I think the AFC is more open than the NFC.
Oh, that I agree with. Yes,
but here's
because of who's at the top and everything's upside down.
Right, but here's the funny thing: you have to call it open, and we're saying that because the teams, like you're looking at the 1 and the 2 being New England and Denver, but also like the 5, 6, 7 could be a combination of Buffalo, Baltimore, Kansas City.
Right.
And for a 5, 6, or 7 to come out, they'd actually probably be one of the short shots to win it, but it'd still be a little messy.
That's right. So if you're Bo Nix and you're the Broncos and you're the 2 seed, and you would have to go beat Kansas City, Baltimore, and the Bills or something like that, I would say not happening.
I think I might sprinkle a little bit on Dallas and Houston.
Why not? Live, damn it.
Paulie has a radical idea for an NFL rivalry. He thinks it should be played the same night every single season, and I kind of like it. Real or Fugazi? Next.